Good morning, friends. It's Julie Norman, and today we're going to go to do something a little different. Second, Roundup, Montana has a flea market up on Saturdays from 9 to 2, and we did go once a couple years ago, and there was like 4 vendors. So when I was thinking I wanted to source more postcards, flea markets are the place to go. So I looked it up again, and they had some pictures, and they actually last weekend had 32 vendors. This weekend they maybe had half that. It is Memorial Weekend at the time of this recording. I didn't find any postcards, but we did find some other things. Another thing is that on Tradio, my husband heard about a citywide garage sale in Ryegate, which is about half hour from Roundup. So we buzzed over there as well. So here's a video of us going out and what we found.
There's this nice little lot of music, and I was thinking about purchasing it, and then I just didn't come back. A lot of local kind of equipment and tools. There's always housewares. This pot looked interesting, but I've got so much kitchen stuff. I really considered these local bumper stickers. They wanted $0.25 each, but I didn't get them. Everything was there, including fried pickles and plants. Not really into the handmade jewelry and such, but that was there. A lot of things were like a garage sale there, and there wasn't a lot of paper goods for me except for what I showed you before. Yarn, but not my kind. I'm kind of a yarn snob. Jewelry was a little bit high for what I wanted to pay for resell, but probably fine if you're just going to pay for it yourself. And of course, there was somebody dealing with some ammo and such. That is just something that is so expensive right now and to find. And we are headed back up the way we came on the other side of the road. This isn't a parking lot of a restaurant, and it is free for vendors in case you're interested. I don't know if they're going to be doing it again next year. There's always somebody who makes those scrubbies. The jewelry looked interesting, but I have kind of had my fill of it for now. Although that's not a really good resale mentality, but it is what it is. Silverware chest, empty. Selling eggs in the hot sun. This is kind of nice. It had some shade. It was warm. Little chandelier. Here they had some interesting collectibles and stuff too. I just don't know a lot about them to flip a profit, and storage is a concern for me as well. Now we're at Ryegate, and this was a sale that was on someone's property, and it was multiple buildings. And so we walked around for a bit and poked through all things. All kinds of old stuff. They did know their prices on some of the things were high. or I should say antique store prices. And some of the stuff was really like a deal to me, but a lot of the stuff wasn't in great shape because they might have been kept outdoors in these buildings. Now, his wife owned a store in Ryegate. It's a thrift store, and we did visit that too. There wasn't really any other sales that we stopped at in Ryegate. But, it's a small town. And here is a store. And we had driven by this town so many times, but never stopped in. Once we drove through because it's kind of a way into the snowy mountains. And it's a really lovely drive. Just make sure you have got gas and snacks in case you get a flat tire and water. I was looking for those old baking pans. So this was nice to stop there because I think I will stop in there again. It was she had good prices on a lot of things. Look at that vintage cookware. I did pick up some of this. I think this very dish, and she had a couple loaf baking pans too. She had good prices. They probably don't get a lot of people in their store looking for Pyrex, which is a tip for you if you are looking for those kinds of things to look in the out-of-the-way place.
Okay, so let me show you what we got now. First of all, at the flea market, I got something totally different. It's not even vintage, but I know that they'll sell. I don't know if I'll sell them in my booth or on Poshmark. I got this bag of bags and a basket, and what caught my eye was the word Sherpani, and that's the luggage that I use. And I have liked Sherpani in the past. They are bags made just for women. And she had a whole bunch of these great bags. She said she used to sell these, and they look in near, pretty good condition. And she had them marked at $5 each. We got this one. This one still is in its dust bag. It is the leather one, not leather. It's a felt one, wool. Just a second there. Then there is this. Oh, Bagelini. I like Bagelinis too. And I didn't even look at the condition, but all of her bags are in good shape. So there's number 3. Number 4 is this Keen bag. And I don't know a lot about Keen, but I've worn the shoes. So it is that one. And then we have another Bagelini. This is a little backpack. This one would probably be good for just little hiking trips. I'm thinking of keeping that one. Then I got this one, which is another Sherpani. It is a tote bag. I think it's a diaper bag. It kind of has that diaper bag feel to it, where it's very washable inside. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags. Plus, this is a Longaberger basket, which is has a lid. It's I've tried to look it up. Now this has a leather closure on it. And it has a hinge. And I've just tried to look up comps for this one, and I think that somebody had added on this leather here and then that leather hinge, because I didn't see anyone else with that. And the nails are a little smaller than the Longaberger nails. So I think somebody just adjusted that. But, for $5 plus, she actually gave me this whole stack for $20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items. So, so it's less than $3 a piece. So that was a real find. I should have bought them all. My husband said, you should have. There was that other one there that had the rain fly on it. I'm like, oh yeah, I should have just done it all. Then there's the space I have to consider too. So if he really wants me to buy more, then we need to get a shed. All right, so then we went over to Ryegate, and it's citywide garage sale. Rygate's a pretty small community. And, okay, so if you're thinking about moving to Montana, instead of moving into the really big cities, not really big, but the cities that are experiencing such big growth, why not move someplace small where it's an aging community and they, and just get to know people. You get to really know Montanans better. Ryegate would be a good one. So a population, I'll put it above because I don't remember right now what it is. And it's also a gateway to take a pass through the mountains, the snowy mountains. So it's a really pretty drive out north of them. All right, so they had, we went to 2 sales. and they were connected. I think it was their property that had like all these outbuildings, and then as you saw in the video, I just videotaped just a little bit of it, and he shopped around their yard. And the other one was the thrift antique store and gift shop in the town. And we also stopped at the grocery store, and actually it's pretty decent. They even had Ben and Jerry's ice cream. So, anyways, what I got was at the house. I got a couple cookbooks. They were 25 cents each. I don't know if you can see those. All right. Then this little tray. Oops. It's a the bicentennial tray with metal coasters. And one thing is coming up in 2026 is going to be the 150 year anniversary of our country. So a lot of people are kind of starting to buy this up now for 50 cents. I might just let this sit for a few years, and because it's just like 5 years from now, it takes up a little space, and sell it then. I got this little Angus Ranch ashtray from Hobson, Montana, another small town. Just trying to find some local things that, just kind of have one in one place, doing the local sourcing. And then I went to the gift shop, and the lady was really friendly, and I should have bought more from her, but she had a couple of these Pyrex dishes, bread. Oh, yeah, there's dirt in there. And she had them marked for $4 each. No problem, because I'm going to sell them for about $20. And then this one, too. This is the classic green one. They just need a little bit of wiping down, and they're in good shape. And then the most favorite thing that I got of all. They all got smudged down. But this is a case full of pins and jewelry. These are mostly from like Shriners and Masons and stuff like that. There are a few little sterling silver things. And she had them marked $3 each, or the whole thing for $20. Now, I have started to sell like really cheap costume jewelry, and I price them mainly $3 each, or 2 for $5. So that's perfect to put a lot of these in. I will do some research to see if there's any of them that are worth more, but I'd rather see them go, and maybe somebody else can put them on eBay, whatever. But I get the case too, and I really needed these cases. I got a second one. Let's see here. So this one had a little bit more jewelry. It has some more tie tacks and things. It's just the theme. The last two estate sales I went to, they had a lot of the men's things and a lot of the Shriners and the Mason stuff. So I think the people of that generation are passing away. They're leaving behind their mementos, but about those. So most of this is for men. There are a few Montana-themed pins. So again, $3 each for the whole thing for $20. This case is worth at least $20. So this will be easy to put in my locked case, and easy for people to see. And then the staff at the shop, all they have to do is lift out the whole tray, and they can peruse them. So I was really excited about those, because I just figure that $20 per case, and then the items inside are bonus. Oh, sorry. There was one more thing rattling. One more of these coasters in there. So it's a set of let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's what I got today. And not only did we get to go out and go shopping, bargaining, drive around and see the mountains, but also got to do a little sourcing. My husband did get 1 or 2 things for himself, which fine. It makes him happy. He did, in the beginning, he left me, said, I'm just going to go shopping by myself. Poor guy, because I was looking at all those bags. It's not really a guy thing. And it was fine. So sometimes it's just better to shop separately when you're at those places, because then the husband is not hovering there and saying, I'm being patient. So thank you so much for joining me on this trip today. And I hope you have a joyful day. Goodbye.